Wait. Oh, it's working. It's working. Yay, microphone. Oh, glad I got that right away. Jesus Christ. I don't know why it does that. Just sometimes it's just like, no, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like working today. Alright. Anyways. Should take a moment and just enjoy this. Alright. It's been a rough. Though you know who's had a rougher. You know who's had a rougher week? This fucking guy. Not the maid. As I walked into the maid cafe, May Queen Nyanyan, cat-eared maids working there greeted me cheerfully. It was a weekday evening, so there were more open seats than usual. It will never stop being weird. Paris, please.
今日はマユリは？
マユシーならもうすぐ来るにゃ。あと30分くらい。
そっか。
Mayuri had been working here for a while now. Her maid name was Mayushi Nyanyan. When she was a maid, she wore a long blonde wig and cat ears, and looked very different from her usual self.
ダルに呼ばれたんだ。もう来てるかな？
うん、いつもの席に。
I looked toward the back corner and saw a silhouette sitting next to the window with the sun at its back.
あと、今日は知り合いが一緒なんだ。メイドカフェ初心者なんで、俺とダルの話が終わるまで、ちょっと相手してもらってもいいか？
にゃにゃ、お知り合い、どちら様かにゃ？
にゃにゃ。
おい、ヒアジョさん、こっち。
I called to Maho. She was fidgeting outside the store, apparently unwilling to come in.
にゃ、オカリンが可愛い女の子を連れてるにゃ。
いや、そんなに驚かなくてもいいだろ
う。しかも背の高さから見て小学生か中学生？
Oh my god, Ferris. No.
違う。
信じられない。フェリスというものがありながら新しい恋人、新しいロリ恋人を作るにゃんて。
違うって。彼女はアメリカの大学から研究のために。
これはもう円卓会議で糾弾するしかないにゃ。
She's not even listening. She's not even listening.
人の話を聞いてくれ。
一体何の話をしているのかしら。
Maho had finally made it inside, and she was staring at me and Ferris with suspicious eyes. I had gone with Maho to the police to talk about the attack again. After that, we both realized we hadn't eaten, so I brought her here. Interesting choice, but, you know, I guess he is a regular here. Ferris stood up to her full height, gave a cute bow, and then did one of her cat-like poses.
お帰りになさいませ、お嬢様。
Eustress.
当店ではいらっしゃいませじゃなくてお帰りなさいませというのにゃ。
ああ、そういうことなのね。
フェイリスニャンニャンだにゃん。お嬢様、お名前は？
ヒアジョマホよ。
ヒアジョというと沖縄のお嬢様かにゃ。
あら、よく知ってるのね。いつも聞き返されるか間違えられるかのどっちかなのに、しかも沖縄の名前ということまで。
当然だにゃ。フェイリスは3世代前の前世で 琉球王国の彼方にある理想郷パイパディローマを守護する精霊だったんだにゃ。
Alright. Both of those are gonna be... Oh my lord, what is... Mystical Paipatiroma. A mystical legendary island whose name written in kanji means the island between the shining southern waves. It is said to be located even further south than Hararuma Island, Okinawa Prefecture, the southernmost inhabited island of Japan. In Okinawan, Pai means south, Pari means end, and Roma means coral reef. So altogether it means the southernmost coral reef. The Okinawan faith has always believed that beyond the sea lies a mythical utopia called Nirai Kanai, and Paipatiroma is believed to be a variant of this. Another theory states that geographically, it could either refer to Taiwan or Luzon Island, but neither of these theories have been proven. Incidentally, another island in the Yama Islands, Yonaguni Island, oh my god. I'm bad at words. Has a belief that a legendary island called Haidonan, located at this end of the ocean. This island, just like Paipatiroma, is said to be south of the Yayama Islands. This goes to show just how deeply embedded the Nirai Kanai belief is in the area. Give me a second. Ryukyu Kingdom, the kingdom that would later become modern-day Okinawa. The Ryukyu Kingdom's history is quite long. Oh good, it's long. Oh good, look how long it is. Why do I do this to myself? Stretching back for nearly half a millennium. The kingdom was an independent monarchy ruled by the king of Ryukyu, and it served as a major trading nation in Asia. Because of this, the kingdom prospered for a long 450 years. This is what people come to Steins Gate Zero for, right? Japanese history lessons? It doesn't say fictional, so I assume this is not fictional. I don't fucking know. The capital was located in Shuri, which was located in what is now Naha, and the king's residence, Shuri Castle, was the administrative center. Aside from the king, high-ranking noble families called Uekata built castles called Gusuku on top of mountains and hills, and ruled over their own specific areas. In 1609... I'm finishing it. In 1609, the Ryukyu Kingdom was invaded by the Satsuma domain, and was forced to pay tribute to both Satsuma domain and the Edo shogunate. In the process, the Ryukyu Kingdom became the Ryukyu domain, but they were still allowed to maintain their independent status. However, in 1879, the government of Meiji Japan forced them to surrender Shuri Castle. And with that, the Ryukyu domain officially became a part of Japan as Okinawa Prefecture. Religious rituals played an extremely important role in the Ryukyu Kingdom, and they were always performed by priestesses called Noro. Alright, I think we need to take a break from the tips for a while. Jesus Christ. I'm okay.
So, あの頃、
Nope.
フェイリスたち精霊の声はノロを通じて人々に届き、王国を正しい姿へと導いていたのにゃ。ところが、荒ぶる怪人たちがパイパティローマに攻め込んできて、ついにフェイリスたちは
ごめんなさい。この人は何を言っているの？
I love how we have all that context for Ferris's complete and utter nonsense.
なんというか、秋葉で通じる特別な言語のようなものだな。
そうなの？
あまり考えると頭がパンクするぞ。
すでにパンクしそうなんだけれど。
とにかくしばらく待っててくれ。向こうに座ってる友達と話があるんだ。
Dude, this is me right now. I feel this is how I feel after reading all. I just. I pointed to Daru, and when she saw him by the window, her eyes narrowed.
どうかした？
ずいぶん大きな人ね。
後で紹介するよ。 少しは痩せるように言ってやってほしいな。
それじゃあマホニャン、お席へ案内するにゃ。
Another maid had just finished cleaning a table.
マホニャン、
かわいいにゃ。
できれば普通に呼んでもらえないかしら。
これが普通だにゃん。さあこちらへどうぞマホニャン。
Embrace the Nyan. Maho remained dead silent as she was led to a seat near where Daru was sitting. I headed to Daru's table too. I sat across from him and ordered some coffee from a nearby maid.
見損なったぞオカリン。リア充爆発しろ。
フェイリスと同じようなこと言うなって、違うんだよ。
Rejects normal. Become the Nyan. Embrace Nyan.
何が違うんだ、あんな合法ロリコ。しかもすごく可愛いのに、なんだか垢抜けなくて残念な感じがたまらないよ。オカリンのくせに生意気だ。ぬふー。
そういうこと本人に言うなよ。怒ると怖いぞ。
I glanced over at Maho, who was staring at the menu and trying her best to keep up with Ferris.
前に電話で話しただろ。襲われた時に一緒だったレスキネン教授の助手の。
そんなことはどうでもいいっつうの。問題はオカリンが僕を差し置いて可愛い女の子を連れ歩いているっつうことなのだぜ。
お前もすればいいだろう。デートとか。
Say go do something.
闇だとさらにできるようになったなオカリン。
嫌味じゃない。ユキさんを誘ったらどうなんだ。
ぐぬぬ。
まさかまだ全然アプローチしてないのか。
いいんだ、僕は魔法使いになるんだから。
おいおい、それじゃまずいだろう。鈴葉が生まれてこなくなる。
それを言われると。
ユキさんのこと嫌いじゃないんだろ。
そりゃ綺麗な人だし、太ももとかうなじとかハーハーするけど。
やめないか変態。
変態じゃないよ、変態紳士だよ。
どっちでもいい。俺は恋愛的な意味で言ってるんだ。
Daru leaned over the table and sipped his iced tea through a
そ
straw.
ういうのよくわかんないんだよね。
って子供か。
今日のお前が言うなすれはここですか。
I love these two. We stared at one another. He was right. When it came to romance, I didn't really have the right to talk.
まあいいや、そういう話をしたくて呼んだわけじゃないし。
確かに。本題に入ってくれ。
うん、実はさ、話は2つあって。
Here Daru stopped and casually looked around. There weren't many people in the cafe, and thanks to Ferris, there was no one sitting near us. As long as we didn't yell, there was no risk of being overheard. I realized that the old me's habits were coming back. Was it because I'd just gone through something out of a Hollywood movie?
まず1つ目な。マユシには内緒にしてほしいんだけど、人を探してるんだよ。
マユリに内緒？
うん。
なんで？
ちょっとね。
You know, what are you gonna do? He seemed reluctant to speak.
オカリンってさ、マユシの幼なじみだろ。マユシの友達か知り合いで、カガリって名前の子知らない？
Is this? What are they? Better. One of these days, I'm gonna like have my shit all figured out. Everything will be perfect and flawless. All right, 1 second. I'm back.
かがり？ん？
Of course, I didn't know every single one of her friends, but I'd never heard that name.
いや、俺の知ってる限りは。
じゃあ名前は置いといて、マユシと特別に仲の良かった女友達とかは？
そうだな。
There's a group of kids she used to play with in elementary school. I told Daru their names. Of course, he knew all her friends since high school. She was especially close to Fubuki and Kaide from her cosplay group, as well as Ferris and the other maids at Meikui Nyanyan. There was also Luca, even if he wasn't a girl.
俺が答えられるのはこの程度だ。お前が知ってることと大して変わらない。すまないな。
いや、それでも十分だよ。助かった。
Daru took out his smartphone and wrote down the names of the girls I'd given him.
なんでマユリ本人に聞かないんだ？
まあ、いろいろあって。
というか、誰なんだ、かがりって。どうして誰がその人を
？Daru was unconsciously tapping the table. He seemed to be deciding how best to explain it.
実は僕じゃなくて、鈴葉が探してるんだよね。
鈴葉が？なんで彼女がマユリの知り合いなんか？
No, wait. If Suzuha was involved.
それはつまりマユリの未来に関係あるってことか。だからマユリには言えない。
まあね。その子の名前さ、椎名かがりって言うんだと。
椎名？
うん。
マユリの親戚か何かか？
そうじゃない。いや、そうじゃないこともない。マユシの娘なんだってさ。
ああ。
Said it so naturally that I almost missed it. I see. Her daughter, huh? Her daughter. What does daughter mean again? Daughter. Mayuri's daughter.
マユリの娘。
しっ、声がでかいっつうの。
What? I swallowed my words as best I could.
本当なのか？それ。
ただ、実の子供じゃないらしい。繊細孤児だったのを養子にしたとかなんとか。
War orphan. I couldn't even imagine what chain of events in the future would bring that about. But it sounded a lot like something Mayuri would do. Even in the worst world line, Mayuri would still know the joy of having a child. Maybe it was wrong, but that still made me feel a little better. But at the same time, I felt a little worried about whether she could raise a kid.
でも変じゃないか。なんでこの時代にマユリの娘が。
I'm just thinking of the Mr. Braun story in Linear Bed Pentagram. she takes 9 of the fucking fair or whatever, and they just fall asleep on the bench. Oh my god. Mr. Braun shows me, he's like, are you fucking kidding me?
鈴葉と一緒に2036年から脱出してきたみたいなんだよ。
なんだって。
ところがさ、ミッションのために1998年の秋葉へ立ち寄って、そこではぐれちゃったって。鈴葉は必死になって探したんだけど見つからなかったらしい。
それで1998年に置いてきたのか。
探してる最中、タイムマシンが見つかりそうになったみたいで、かがりを残したままジャンプせざるを得なかったって言ってた。その後は数ヶ月単位の小さな移動を繰り返していろいろ手を尽くしたんだけど、 2000年まで進んだところで燃料がギリギリになっちゃって。
で、本来のミッションを果たすために一気に2010年まで飛んだっていうことか。
Finished his sentence and Daru nodded.
けど鈴葉は今に来てからもまだ諦めずにずっと探し続けてるんだよね。つうことでそれとなく眉氏に聞いといてくれるかな。
俺が
10年ちょい前に自分と同じくらいの年の子が会いに来なかったかとか。
わかった。聞いてみるよ。
If I could find her, I wanted to. Adopted or not, she was the future Mayuri's daughter. And I felt a little guilty about things with Suzuha. I wanted to help if I could. Just then, the maid brought me my coffee. As I drank it, I looked over to Maho's seat. Varys had barely left her alone for an instant.
それじゃあこれからパンケーキをさらに美味しくする魔法をかけるにゃ。
魔法？
さあマホニャもご一緒に。世界がやばいにゃ陰謀にゃ。
Amazing.
普通に食べさせてもらえないかしら。
Oh my god. I love her so much.
ここではこれが普通にゃ。
I'm hungry and want to eat my pancakes. Please.
ではどうぞ召し上がれにゃ。
いただきます。
マホニャ垂れるにゃ。はちみつが垂れちゃうにゃ。
This is why if I ever like go out for like a birthday dinner or a birthday lunch, I will never share that information with any of the servers or any of the employees, because when they start singing, I start dying. Just like no, just a normal, perfectly normal everyday lunch. Don't mind me.
あら？
もう赤ちゃんみたいだにゃ。
赤ちゃん？
Oh my god, this is so funny. He looked like they were having a good time. They looked like they were having a good time. I turned back to Daru.
一つ目の話は分かった。で、二つ目ってのは
It really does feel like he showed up with his kid. Like he's just like, all right, go play in the ball pit with with your friends while we discuss business. Oh my god, ridiculous.
これオカリンに聞いていいもんか迷ったんだけど。
なんだ、水臭いな。
やっぱやめた方がいいかな。
He just mumbled to himself and didn't say anything. It was rare for Daru to hesitate like this.
言ってみろよ。答えたくないと思ったら拒否するから。
じゃあ。
His hand went for his smartphone. Huh? Ryan? This is about my secret job, so let's use this.
秘密のバイトというと。
I don't really have a Daru voice, I just realized. I don't need a Daru voice, but like... Weird. Daru cut me off and pointed at my phone. I guess he wanted me to use it. Is this something even more secret than what we just talked about? Secret job? You mean you're hacking? Yeah, basically. I'm gonna turn into fucking Sans from Sans. He doesn't have a voice. Whatever. It's not all illegal stuff, though. I meant Patrick. That's what I was thinking of. Why did I mix Patrick Star from fucking with Sans? But what? I mean, I guess there have been a lot of memes. Whatever. My brain is like all over the fucking place today. Whatever, I'm just gonna go Patrick Star. It's not all illegal stuff though. I make online systems for manufacturers and banks. Build and admin servers, boring things like that. Oh, and I do virus analysis and make security software. There's data recovery. Oh, and making new encryption tech too. Seriously? So like a system engineer? Nothing formal like that. Oh, we've got a big bit of a reputation. Our group gets jobs from all over the world. I call myself Dash. What's that short for? Daru, the super hacker. I can't tell you. Oh, you gotta tell him. Come on. Why? I just can't. I don't think I can help you with that. Whoops. You were close to Makise Kurisu, right? Huh? What do you mean? I want some help with her. I've hit a dead end with this job I'm doing. A job you're doing? What do you mean?
ごめん。やっぱやめとく。
Daru said that to me directly and was about to put away his phone.
待て待て。ここでやめられたら気になって夜も眠れなくなるだろ
う。でも
あんまり気を使うなよ。その方がかえって辛くなる。
わかったお。
He whispered and sent me another message on Rhyme. Someone brought in a laptop and a portable hard drive to us a while back. Both of them have really strong full disk encryption on them and can't be booted without a password. Of course, you can't take out the hard drive. You can't take the hard drive out and connect it to another PC either. The client hit up a bunch of places with no luck, and finally came to us. Is the encryption that strong? I've heard that even full disk encryption can be broken by a pro. Not happening with this one. You know why? We were the ones who made it, baby. Huh? You guys made it? Then can't you deal with it yourself? I'm a believer that encryption needs to be poisoned without an antidote. Bleh. Encryption needs to be a poison without an antidote, or there's no point. So you don't know how to break the code, even though you made it? Exactly. If we can break it, then other hackers who are just as good as us can break it too, right? And that's no good, duh. I see. And I swear, if you go epic super hacker work, bro, I'll end you. Epic super hacker work, bro. What the fuck? I wasn't planning on it. But what's this got to do with Kurisu? Laptop and hard drive belong to Makise Kurisu. Why did I put that in a second message? I'll never understand why people message this way. People do this. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know if I'm just like old or if it's like just a certain type of thing. I don't understand why people message this way. Anyways, that's a whole tangent. So Kurisu's belongings. I wanted to ask Daru directly, but I stopped myself. Something seemed weird about the client, so I hit up the PC's manufacturer's user registration database. But how I did that is a secret, by the way. And I found that it was registered under her name. Same address, too. It's definitely her. Who brought you the computer? Why would they have Kurisu's computer? Sorry, the rules say I can't tell you that. Are they Russian? Huh? Nope. Why Russia? Nakabachi? No, if it's not, then fine. So what do you want me to do? I want a hint, man. You know any words that Makise might use for her password? I can't brute force the password, so I have to do it the hard way. I've tried her birthday, graduation dates and stuff, address and phone too. Not that I can imagine her picking them for a password. And also any words commonly used in brain science or frequently used in her papers. I've got all that data, now I'm trying stuff from her private life. It felt like the grave of someone I cared about was being violated. What kind of words did I associate with Kurisu's private life anyway? Fork. Hurry Gohan and Kamehameha? My fork. I was fucking kidding! I was kidding! Oh my god, I was fucking joking, dude. Oh my god, that's incredible. My fork? Or maybe something to do with her dad? I can't believe that. I tried to remember more about Kurisu, but when I did, I started to think about her last moments. I quickly shut down that train of thought.
悪い。少し時間をくれないか。すぐには考えがまとまらない。
うん、了解。何か思い出したらでいいから。それに強制じゃないし、思い出したけど教えたくないならそれでいい。
ああ。
I sighed and gulped down my coffee, my cold coffee, specifically. Cold.
オカリン、今日ラボでクリスマスパーティーやるって言っておいたよね。ちゃんと覚えてる？
I'm actually lightheaded now. Okay, alright. Oh my god! You can't do this to me, game! Mayuri's voice sounded really excited.
Oh, もちろん。
Of course she did. Mayuri had spent a lot of time preparing for this day. She was probably really looking forward to it.
どうかな？来られそう？
行くよ。6時からだろ？
今大学？
いや、和光市。知り合いの教授の研究室みたいなところにお邪魔してる。
So, I mean, it's as much of a lab as your lab, so. To be fair.
和光市。
She had no idea where Wako City was, did she?
間に合う？
大丈夫だ。
よかった。待ってるね。
Her voice got fainter on the phone for a second, and I heard the other girls.
オカリンさん、女子全員でサンタコスして待ってます。
I have to draw this. I am inspired. All of a sudden I feel the need to draw this little goober right here. Oh my god, so cute. I can't get over how freaking cute it is. I'm dying. I'm literally dying on the inside. I'm like, but like in a good way. I'm like melting.
待ってるにゃ。待ってます。ほら、ルカ君も。僕は女子じゃ。ルカ君もコスプレしてるんですよ。すみません。脱ぎません。今すぐ脱ぎません。
Oh my god.
あら、もったいない。すごく似合ってるのに。
盛り上がってるな。
今絶賛準備中なのです。マユシーなんか超ミニスカのサンタさんでめちゃくちゃキュートなんですよ。ちなみにパンツの色はピンクでしたぜ。
Yup. Hey!
ふぶきちゃん何言ってるの？
Stop it! Oh. That's exactly how I feel. Oh. Okay.
ごめんね、変な話して。とにかく待ってるからね。
ああ。
それじゃあまた後でね。
It sounded like the party had already begun at the lab. With all those girls there, I'm sure they were having a good time. Luca, you're the only guy. Hang in there. I chuckled and put away the phone.
ずいぶん賑やかだったわね。
It was Maho who spoke to me. Actually, only Maho and I were in the room.
今日友達とクリスマスパーティーをやる予定なんだ。
ああ、そういえばもうそんな時期なのね。
君はそういうのには無頓着そうだな。
こっちに来てからは特にね。普段はいつもここにいるし、最近会う人といえば警察の人ばかりだし。
I tried to force a laugh at Maho's joke and looked around the room. It was dead silent. The exact opposite of the noisy lab I'd just heard on the other side of the phone, in fact. Nothing had changed since the first time I'd come, which meant it was still only Maho and Dr. Leskinen that were working here. And the professor had been meeting with the different researchers all the time since he'd come to Japan, so he wasn't spending much time in the lab. Did that mean Maho was spending most of her time cooped up in here alone? Well, that's normal for a scientist, I guess, but...
よかったらヒヤジョさんも参加するか？
After what happened, she probably needed a chance to blow off some steam.
私？気を使わなくていいわ。こうして一人で研究できる方が気が楽なの。人間関係に煩わされずに済むから。
そんなものか。
Kurisu had said similar things. Kurisu, huh?
それより本題に入りましょう。
That's right. I hadn't come all the way to Maho's lab to make small talk.
クリスに謝りたいとさっき言ったわよね。
ああ。
そのために私のところに来たと。
そうだ。
なぜ？
Like a Dragon Gaiden and Lies of P. Lies of P is on my list. Like a Dragon Gaiden was awesome. I loved that game. That was sick. I hope you have fun with it. I still need to get Lies of P. That looks really fun.
一人じゃ話しづらいんだ。
それで私に仲裁をしてほしいと。
そういうことになる。
変な人ね、あなた。
Maho's reaction surprised me. Was I that weird?
最後に話した時に俺が動揺しすぎたのが悪いんだが、かなり強引に話を打ち切ってしまったんだ。クリスの性格を考えると確実に怒ってる、中途半端につながっている分、見えないプレッシャーで四六時中ビクビクしている身にもなってくれ。
Dr. Leskinen had been trying to help me out, but I would have felt better if he'd just stripped me of access.
そんなにビクつかなくてもクリスからは連絡しないようになっているわ。そう言ったでしょ。
そうなんだが、喧嘩別れみたいなことにもなりたくないんだ。
I never wanted to go through what I'd experienced in the Alpha World Line again. In that world line, I'd never been able to figure out what she was trying to tell me at the end.
まあいいわ。仲裁でも何でもするから要件を済ませてしまいなさいよ。
助かるよ。
せっかくのクリスマスイブなんだから少しは気の利いたことを言ってあげたらどう？
ああ、そうだな。
Not that I had any idea what nice would be.
どうしたの？早くアクセスして。
Oh, right. I have the power.
まさかまた連絡してくるなんて。は？何よ？何なの？
That's not what I was expecting, but that's definitely what I should have been expecting. Oh, she totally wasn't expecting that.
いや。
どうも、岡部倫太郎さん。私に何か用でも？もう話したくないんじゃなかった？
いや、その
My eyes glanced toward Maho for help.
クリス、彼から話があるから少しだけ聞いてあげて。
別に聞かないとは言ってませんよ。岡部さんは私とはもう会話を交わしたくないはずではと事実確認をしただけです。
She was mad. I knew it.
ほら、早くしなさいよ。
I took a single deep breath and lifted up the phone.
悪かった。
I can never. Dude, I like every single one of Maho's. Whoops. No, that was the wrong button. It's this button. Every single one of Maho's faces are fucking golden. This is like just. This is just the biggest mood right here. Just. Oh my god, she's the best. I bowed my head.
俺なんかに付き合ってくれていたのに、お前のその親切を裏切るような形になってしまった。それにこの前最後に話した時、急に会話を打ち切ってしまったのも失礼だったと思ってる。昔あった個人的なことを思い出して混乱してしまったんだ。でもそれはお前には関係ないことだよな。テスターを辞めさせてもらう前にせめて一言だけ謝りたかった。以上だ。
Risu was chuckling the same way Maho had just done.
それ本気で言ってるの？
なんだよ。こっちが真面目に謝っているのに笑うなんて。
だって私は人工知能よ。なのにそんな神妙な顔をして本気で謝ってくれるなんて。この前私と話すのが照れくさいとも言っていたわね。変わった人。
Is it weird to apologize to an AI and mean it? It probably was.
いいわ。正直ちょっと失望していたところだったんだけど、考えを改める。こっちから出す交換条件を飲んでくれたら水に流す。
交換条件だって。
What was she going to make me do? I had a bad feeling about this.
わかった。その条件とやら。
今日これから真帆先輩をディナーに誘いなさい。
は？
Huh?
は？
Maho's eyes and mine went wide.
ちょっとクリス、何を言い出すかと思えば。
今日は何の日かご存知ないんですか、先輩。
Shit-eating grin. Amazing.
クリスマスイブ。
Christmas Eve? I'm not sorry.
そういうことです。
どういうことよ。
さあ岡部さん、条件を飲むの？飲まないの？
Why did she look so excited?
わかったよ。ヒアジョさん、さっき話したパーティー、正式に君を招待する。ぜひ来てほしい。
Also, I love this tune with the fucking whistling. So fucking goofy.
パーティー？
パーティー？
友達と集まってクリスマスパーティーをやるんだよ。
そうじゃないでしょうが。あ、いや、でもいきなり二人きりだとハードル高いし、逆にいいか。
Get out of here, you mainstream girl.
クリス、それ以上からかうと怒るわよ。私はパーティーなんて行かないわ。
だったら私も岡部さんを許しませんが。
ヒアジョーさん、頼む。
どうしてこんな話になっているのよ。
先輩のために気を利かせてあげてるんじゃないですか。
あなたね。そもそも今日はこの後教授が帰ってくるのを待って研究の報告をしないといけないし。
いやー、リンタロウ、マホ、何の話かな？
Hey boy, what's up? Dr. Leskinen walked in at the perfect moment. Maho looked relieved and went to open the file on her desk.
おかえりなさい、教授。これが今日集計したデータなんですが。
マホ、ストップ。二人ともこれから出かけないかい？せっかくのクリスマスイブだ。仕事はもう終わりにして食事でも行こう。
My man.
それとも制約があるのかな？
教授、ナイス。
教授、俺の友達がクリスマスパーティーを開くんですが、よかったらご一緒に。
素晴らしい。ぜひ参加させてもらおう。
I didn't even get to finish my sentence.
もちろん、魔法も行くんだろう。
Maho's like, apparently, yes. That was the moment when Maho's last hope of escape was cut off.
決まりですね。
Wow, she really is, man. Kurisu smiled mischievously from within the screen. So proud of herself. She was quite the plotter. The real Kurisu used to do silly things like this too.
ねえ、岡部。
When she called my name, I gasped.
私なんかに本気で謝ってくれて、サンクス。嬉しかった。
いや。
気が向いたらまたいつでも話しかけてきて。暇つぶしぐらいには付き合うから。
気が向いたらな。
ええ。それじゃあまた。真帆先輩をよろしく。
クリス満足したかしら。
ああ。
I felt more relieved than I thought I would. I realized that I really did love Makise Kurisu.
でも人工知能に謝るのはそんなに変か？俺の友達、この前メイクインで紹介したあいつなんかいつも二次元の女の子に土下座してるぞ。
Yes, the man with the 2D harem.
そういう精神性は私にはちょっと。
Oh, that freaked her out. Bad example. In what world is that a good example? Okabe?
とにかくヒアジョーさんのおかげで助かった。
クリスの交換条件なんか律儀に守る必要はないわよ。
まあでも教授も行く気満々みたいだし。
The professor flashed his white teeth at me.
それにクリスと約束したからさ。
あなた本当に変わっているわ。
Dude, this like smile, this like half smile on her, this face right here. I know I keep saying this. Every one of Maho's expressions is fucking golden. It is. She is the fucking holy grail of like expression. But even as she said it, she was smiling. I guess she decided to go to the party.
メなんだよ、鈴葉お姉ちゃん。そんなことしちゃいけないんだ。世界を変えちゃいけないんだ。お姉ちゃんはおかしいこと言ってる。
This escalated quickly.
この世界を消すなんてダメだよ。絶対にやらせないから。
There were bullet marks on the inside of the time machine. Suzuha traced them with her fingers and remembered what had happened here. That was the last time she had talked to Kagari. She had never been able to find her after that.
鈴葉、どうしたん？ぼーっとして。もしかしてまだ体調悪い？
え？
Suzuha looked back and saw her father, Itaru. He seemed worried. He was holding a bolt in his hand and offering it to her.
ああ、ごめん。大丈夫。
She nodded and took the bolt. They were on top of the radio kaikan, where a cold wind was blowing. The light was shining down on the rear of the time machine, where the engine was. Her head was inside as she did maintenance work. Itaru was wandering around in the background. Normally, she would never let him near the time machine, but today he'd absolutely insisted on coming.
病み上がりの娘を心配しない親はいないっつうの。
Suzuha had spent the last several days unable to stand up because she hadn't taken care of herself. There was nothing she could say back to him.
なあ、時空間の転移とか重力制御とかヤバそうな装置は絶対にいじらないからさ。僕にも手伝わせてくんない？
ダメ。
機械のメンテなら多分鈴葉より僕の方が詳しいのだぜ。
それは分かってる。けどダメ。
No cheating. Itaru slumped forward, dejected, but Suzuha had no intention of discussing it.
なあ鈴葉、今日はもう暗いしさ、寒いしさ、続きは明日にするべきだって。そろそろ帰ろう。
父さん一人で帰ればいい。私はまだやることがあるから。
今日もかがりたんを探すん？オカリンにも協力してもらえることになったんだからさ。鈴葉一人でそこまで無理しなくてもいいんじゃね？風邪治ったばっかりなんだし、しばらくはかがりたん探しはやめにすべき。
Made her a little mad.
それ、私に無断でオカリンおじさんに話してほしくはなかった。
Suzuha had told Itaru that she was spending every day looking for Kagari, but it was only later that she'd found out he'd told Rintaro. It wasn't a problem, but her relationship with Rintaro was already a bit strained, and this only made it harder for her to ask him to get back in the time machine.
つうか、さっきからずいぶん苦戦してね。
締めにくい角度にボルトがあるんだ。
どれ？僕が変わるよ。それくらいならいいっしょ。
うん。
Suzuha pulled her head out of the engine unit.
顔中油だらけじゃん。せっかくの美人が台無しだ。
そういうことは母さんに言ってあげなよ。
それはハードル高すぎ。
Itaru stuck his face inside the machine and began to look around.
ああ、この構造だと多分こっちのパイプを後からはめたんだな。先にパイプを外すといいよ。パイプの中に冷却用の液体かなんかが通ってるはずだから、まずこっちのバルブを使って中を空にするわけ。
このマシンってメンテナンスのことをあんまり考慮に入れてないと思う。
まったくだお。すげえめんどくせえ。
Alright, I'm gonna go in and hope there's not a fucking novella waiting for me. Short for what a pain in the ass. I didn't know that. What a pain in the ass. Fair enough. It sure is.
作ったの誰だと思ってるわけ？
僕。
Itaru sighed and started to concentrate on his work. He did his job silently, twisting his massive body to the left and right. Watching him, Suzuha remembered her childhood. When she was younger, she loved watching her dad make the time machine.
父さん、私、最近、なんだか自分でも自分が理解できなくなってきてさ。こんなこと考えるなんておかしいんだけど、この世界をなくしてしまって本当にいいのかなって。
Mind flashed back to young Kaguri's screams. Can't erase this world, huh? She'd never forgotten the look in Kaguri's eyes, and she'd never been able to shake the feeling that they were watching her somehow.
私のミッションが成功するとさ、マキセ・クリスは死なずにシュタインズゲートへの門が開くんだ。
うん。
そしたら今のこの世界、父さんも母さんもまゆ姉さんもルミ姉さんもオカリンおじさんもみんななかったことになってしまう。
うん。
今の私が今の父さんに会ったこともなくなってしまう。
ん？これって告白シーン？セーブしとくべきとこ？
My lord. There you go, buddy. I feel like I'm playing anonymous code again. Oh, jeez. Yeah. I got distracted. Okay. Suzuha said nothing and poked her dad's calf with her toes.
真面目な話をしてるんだ。今度ふざけたら蹴るよ。
迷ってるのか？まあ、そのなんだ。別にいいんじゃね？今が消えてもいいんじゃね？だってこの先人が大勢死ぬんだろ？そんなの嫌じゃん。
父さん。
鈴葉はいろいろと考えすぎだお。戦争なんて嫌だ。だから世界を変えるんだ。そのくらい単純でいいと違うん？つうかさ、僕戦争なんて行きたくないし、鈴葉と違ってこんな人間だから、戦場なんかに連れて行かれたら3日も持たないね。
だらしないな。幻滅だよ。
Suzuha sighed, turned around, and started to walk away.
あれ、どこ行くん？
It's always weird. Like I love it, but it's always weird when Daru gets serious. Like it doesn't happen very often, but when it does, you know he means it, because he's such a intentional goofball all the time.
顔洗ってくる。油でベタベタだ。そのボルト閉めたらカバーも閉じておいてくれる？父さんの言う通り、今日はかがりを探すのはやめておくよ。
お、それがいいよ。一緒に帰ろう。
うん。
Suzuha looked up at the moon, shining in the cloudy winter sky. She let out a puff of white breath. The white breath danced in the air for a moment, then disappeared into the cold.
父さん。
Into the cold?
ん？
幻滅とか嘘だから。
父さんは銃を持って戦争をする人じゃない。未来でもそうだった。いつも逃げ回るのが仕事。
未来の僕ダメ人間すぎる。
けどそれでいいんだ。父さんには別の戦いがあるし、そのために私たちがついてるんだから。
I was about to say, running away is how you made this thing and fucking gave the world a chance, my guy. The power of... Never underestimate the power of running away.
鈴葉。
だから父さんこそ変に頑張ろうとしないで。日本は安全だなんて思い込みは捨てること。この前オカリンおじさんだって襲われたんだ。いつ父さんが標的になってもおかしくない。戦争前夜なんだよ今はね。
For about 2 weeks now, someone had been watching Suzuha in the time machine. It was clear that some great power was on the move.
Okie dokie.
Suzuha nodded, satisfied at Itaru's answer, and went to the bathroom to wash her face. Okie dokie. Merry Christmas! I don't know what so cute! Future Gadget Lab Christmas Edition, let's go! The lab was oh my god, there's a Santa hat on the Upa. Oh my god, there's a Santa hat. There's a Santa hat on the Upa. I'm dead. The lab was filled with Santas, just like I'd heard on the phone. And all of them were wearing miniskirts. Oh my god, Yuki. Oh my god. I love that the ears aren't even a different color, it's just... Dude, the cat ears are so big. Oh my goodness gracious.
来たにゃ来たにゃ。準備はバッチリですよ。どうもメリクリです。オカリンさん、こんばんは。
Why is her hat so long and floppy? Itty bitty.
Oh.
I love this so much. The sight of so many girls in a small room like this, all wearing Santa miniskirts, threatened to overwhelm me. That is my favorite one. I'm gonna be honest. No, my Aries is still my favorite one. I don't know. I love that it's black. I love it. I love it. I was having trouble deciding where to look when Lukako staggered in front of me.
Okabe-san.
Lukako.
It looks incredible. I'm gonna be honest. All of these look great. I can't even. What are you wearing, man? The best thing ever? What are you saying, Okabe? It's wearing the best thing ever. I didn't expect a Santa in black. And wasn't he exposing an awful lot of skin? It was really erotic. But he's a guy.
Okabe-san. 僕。
ルカ子。なんていうか、お疲れ。
It must have been hard being the only guy. I gave him a pat on the shoulder and he smiled, relieved.
私もサンタ服着たかったな。じゃあ来年はなえちゃんの分も作ってあげるね。本当？うん。ありがとう、まゆりお姉ちゃん。さあ、オカリン、入って入って。
ダルと鈴葉は？
Biggest goal today was to get Suzuha to participate. It was no exaggeration to say that that's why Mayuri had held this party.
ちなみにオカリンのお客様は
Dude, she's just such a sweetheart. I can't, like, it is, I know I go off on this tangent every single fucking stream, but oh my god, I love her so much. She's such a sweetheart. She's just such a pure, kind-hearted angel. Anyways, I told them earlier that I was bringing Dr. Leskinen and Maho. I brought the two of them inside.
紹介する。レスキネン教授だ。
Merry Christmas!
Nice!
おおあらおっきい
ありがとう、キュートなお嬢さん。
でもお父さんの方がおっきい
それともう一人、ヒア城真帆さんだ。
どうも、はじめまして。
Oh my god, I swear. And I was like, she's little!
あら、ニャンニャンの人。
Nyan Nyan girl.
小学生？中学生？
これでも成人しているのよ。
ごめんなさい。
Maho's smile froze on her face. That is a scary expression. Don't
なゆりちゃん、どう思う？
don't strike the child. She didn't mean it. She didn't mean anything by it. Don't attack the child. It's okay. She's fine.
二人とも逸材だよ。マユシーは妄想がはかどります。なえちゃんの分も含めて小さめのサイズを用意しておけばよかった。マユシー、一生の不覚だよ。そのリトルサンタコンビは見たかったな。だよね。
Mayuri had her in her sights then. There was no escape for Maho now. Mayuri was so stubborn, she'd even managed to convince the legendarily shy Lukako.
教授先生の方はあの身長に合うコスは作ったことないよ。存在だけですでに勝ちだけどね。もふもふトナカイさんの着ぐるみを着てもらいたいかも。赤鼻もつけて。
Oh my god, they're out of control, dude. They're out of control.
それはどうかな。
Someone stop them. Wait, were they seriously going to dress the professor up as a reindeer?
マユリ、誰も彼もコスプレ趣味を理解してくれるとは思わない方がいいぞ。
そうだね。無理強いするのは良くないよね。でも最近はコンビニなんかでもクリスマスには店員さんがサンタさんの格好をしていますよ。コミマとクリスマスだと性質はだいぶ違いますよね。
Or so you say, but basically you want to dress the two of them up in Santa outfits, don't you? That is what they said.
マホさん、サンタ服よかったらマユシーのを貸しましょうか。
Oh my god, my cheeks are already starting to like get sore. Oh my god. It actually hurts. Mayuri was already going after her. Maho refused as forcefully as she could, but Dr. Leskinen was surprisingly interested. He had been trying to put on a triangular party. He had been trying to put on a triangular paper party hat.
Oh, Daru君から連絡来たよ。もうすぐ着くって。すずさんと一緒。
Mayuri was looking at her smartphone. It looked like Daru had pulled it off. I guess he really was Suzuha's dad, or he lied to her. That's also possible. This had meant we'd succeeded in our biggest objective, which meant it was on to the next mission. We'd all decided that we were going to surprise Suzuha. Suzuha didn't know that we were all waiting for her. Each grabbed a noisemaker and got into position. Like, Yuki, Kaede, Fubuki, Nai, Maho, Leskinen, and Luca get a pass. They're fine. They have no reason to believe this should be anything other than like a fun little surprise thing. But Okabe, Daru, and Mayuri also kind of gets a pass because she's not, you know, she's a little goofy. Why the fuck would anyone think this is a good idea to be like, yes, let's get into ambush positions with noisemakers, like, you know, the ones that go bang like a gunshot? Let's get into ambush positions with something with something bang like, and proceed to startle the trained soldier from a fucking World War III post-apocalyptic future. There surely nothing can possibly go wrong here. Like, Okabe, you're not dumb. Daru literally like experienced this. He okay. I'm okay. I just, you know, moving on. Dr. Leskinen and Maho help too. Again, they get a pass. Everybody who doesn't know that she's literally a trained fucking warrior soldier, trained to kill, gets a pass. Maho seemed unsure, but Dr. Leskinen was more than willing to participate. Ferris, also Ferris! Ferris, like, also is in on the whole thing, so... Mayuri! So Mayuri, Ferris, Okabe, and Daru, the fuck is wrong with you?
鈴葉さんのびっくりした顔なんてなかなか見られないもんね。でも実はとっても甘いもの好きなのにゃ。
それにとても親切なんですよ。
この前挨拶したら返してくれたよ。
Oh my god, I love that. she's so sweet.
私ももっと鈴葉さんと仲良くできたらいいな。
You know, most of the time. Nai's the best. Most of the time. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking.
なれるよ。きっと大丈夫。相性はぴったりだよ。
And then we heard Daru's voice from outside the window, in the alley below the building.
よし、中へ入るぞ。
Oh god, you're so
鈴葉と
dumb.
一緒に中へ入るぞ。
Idiots. All of you stupid. His voice was loud and unnaturally expository. Once he got below the lab, he was supposed to give a signal. Everything was going as planned. We all went shh at each other in the darkness. I could hear 2 sets of footsteps coming up the stairs. Everyone held their breath and waited. Timing was critical. Would she be able to figure it out before we acted? If she doesn't, someone's gonna die. Like, what the fuck? The room was filled with different smells, like the girl's perfume and the aroma of the food they'd made. Didn't Suzuha always notice these things more quickly than an ordinary person would? I started to get worried. And then I heard the sound of the front door opening.
あれ、今日は誰も来てないんだね。
God, you're stupid. God, oh, why are you so stupid?
そういう日もあるよ。
Dar, you idiot, your voice is shaking. I got even more nervous. What time? Was it time yet? Where was the signal? It felt like my hands were going to slip and trigger the noisemaker too early. My palms were soaked with sweat. I could tell Suzuha was taking off her shoes. See, I'd be terrified for, you know, other reasons. Ferris gave the signal. The second the lights went on, we all activated our noisemakers. You know, the things that sound like fucking gunshots! To the trained soldier! I could see Suzuha flinch for just an instant. But I couldn't follow what happened after that. That's how fast she was. I looked over and she had snapped the neck of Dr. Leskinen. He lay there dead. No. She dropped down, sprung off the floor, and leapt toward Yuki, who happened to be standing in front of her. She might have broken Yuki's jaw with the base of her palm before I could shout at her to stop. Fortunately, Yuki had been surprised by Suzuha's sudden charge and had slipped when she tried to step back. Because of this, Suzuha's palm barely missed Yuki's nose as it sliced through the air.
Yamero, Suzuha!
Like, what? Who could have possibly foreseen this? By the time I'd finally shouted, it was all over. Suzuha had grabbed Yuki before she fell down and was holding her up. Yuki, Suzuha, and all the rest of us were too stunned to speak. I was close. If the timing of events had been even slightly different, Yuki could have been badly hurt.
Stop da niya!
Merry Christmas! Please don't kill your mother! Everyone finally realized what had happened and began to panic. Yuki simply lay in Suzuha's arms, blinking her eyes.
何してるの?
Oh, his face! Dude, every one of their faces is fucking gold here. Oh my god, he's almost doing the fucking PogChamp face. Oh my god. Oh, Ferris is great. Dude, Dar's. Okay. Oh my god. I can't stop looking at it. Okay. I'm good. What is that? What is that in the background? Oh, it's the pig. The pig is a fucking Santa hat. Oh, okay. Alright. What are you doing? Oh, she said that. I don't need to say that. She said that. Suzuha seemed to snap back to reality. She was looking around at everyone.
だからメリークリスマスだよ、すずさん。
Merry Christmas.
メリークリスマス。
そう。はあ、びっくりした。
すごい動きだったわね。僕、早すぎて見えませんでした。
ユキさん、大丈夫?
Suzuha was looking around the room. Did she still not understand what was going on? Did she not realize it was a party since she'd never been to one before? The walls and ceiling were covered in wreaths and ribbons. There was a folding table lined with filled with food, cakes, snacks, and drinks.
パーティー?
Party? I can't.
ごめんなさい。 びっくりさせようって言い出したの私なんです。
Yuki backed away from Suzuha and started to bow apologetically.
すずは、これはなんつうかサプライズってやつを演出してみたわけで、みんな決して悪気があったりとかじゃなくって。
Hey Daru, remember that time she almost broke your arm because you woke her up? Or no, because you put the can of soda on her neck. Yeah, like she's got a fucking hair trigger, man. Like
すずは、
父さん、兄さんも知ってたの？
うん。
そっか。だから今日はなんか変だったんだ。ごめんね、すずさん。企画したのはマユシーなんだよ。だからユキさんやダルくんを怒らないで。怒るならマユシーにして。
Impossible. Get mad at Mayushi. Mission impossible. Literally cannot be done. It's not a possibility. Can't do it.
やだな、マユ姉さん。私そんなにいつも怒ってる？
Suzuha looked around the room again.
ふーん、すごいね。いつものラボとは思えないや。でしょ？みんなで飾り付けしたんだよ。うん、本当にすごい綺麗だ。
Suzuha laughed half-heartedly and began backing toward the door.
どこ行くの？どこって、マユ姉さんたちパーティーするんでしょ？
Liza Pizza, I need to play it. Like, it is on my list as soon as I like can justify spending like $60 on a new video game. Also, hi, how's it going? I that is on the top of my PlayStation list, my wish list on my PlayStation store thing. I love me some Souls-likes, and it does look fun.
邪魔しちゃ悪いからさ。もう兄さんってば気が利かないよね。こんなところに私がいても仕方ないじゃないか。
My brain does this thing where I'm like, I need to do this thing, and then the second I go to do the thing or do anything else, it's just gone. It's terrible. I like. The answer. That's a really good idea. Actually, that's a really good idea. Hold on. I'm gonna write that down. Actually, throw that on a notepad. Also, I love this song. This is a great little tune for. I can never give enough credit to the music in these games. They're so good. All right. I've written it down, which makes it like, I don't know, 3% less likely to be forgotten. Just gotta trust my fucking brain to function for like an amount of time. Okay. Thank you for that. I would not have even thought of that as like a stream thing, but that's a great idea.
でも私こういうのしたことないし。
楽しくご飯食べたりおしゃべりしたりするだけだよ。だからね。
Mayuri grabbed Suzuha's hand tightly to keep her from getting away.
まゆ姉さん
You're not going anywhere.
ほら、鈴葉の席もちゃんと用意できてるのだぜ。
けど本当にどうしたらいいのか私。い
いから座れっつーの。
鈴さん。
Mayuri half dragged Suzuha over to the seat next to me and forced her to sit down.
はいはい、皆さん、これで全員揃ったにゃ。はい、拍手拍手。
Everybody started to applaud at Fubuki's signal. Dude, I love Fubuki. I would say of the zero cast that isn't in the original, Fubuki is like my second favorite. Maho is obviously she's just one of my favorite Steins Gate characters in general, but Fubuki is glorious. She's so great. Daru played some Christmas carols on the computer. The grim atmosphere that had begun to fill the room was banished. I felt a little relieved.
それじゃあまず乾杯をするにゃ。グラスに好きな飲み物を注いでにゃ。
Dr. Pepper. Everybody started to look at the various drinks on the table.
ほら、鈴葉。
Suzuha still looked like she was feeling as though she didn't belong, so I poured her some non-alcoholic champagne.
うん。やっぱり私無理だよ、こういうの。
なんで？
だって遊ぶためにこの時代へ来たわけじゃない。
The reason she came to this era, huh? I didn't have the right to say anything about that. I was the only reason that she was stuck here, unable to fulfill her task. But even so...
たまにはいいじゃないか。
でも
鈴葉は考えすぎだっつーの。
Daru joined the conversation.
みんなとご飯食べるだけだって。どのみちお腹は空いてるっしょ。
それは。
Maybe Daru's statement caused her to realize it because her stomach rumbled.
ほれ見ろ。みんながいろいろ作ってくれたんだからありがたくいただけばいいんだって。
みんな飲み物の用意はいいかにゃ。
I love that she says minya. Like it's fair. She nyas everything, but I don't know why that one in particular got me just now. Minya.
それでは今回のパーティーを企画したまゆし、一言どうぞにゃ。
Speech. Mayuri stood up, flustered. As she stood, she bumped into Lukako, who was standing next to her. The two of them almost spilled their drinks. Also, Luca's costume is amazing! I cannot get over it.
落ち着いて。
The hood is so large compared to his head. It's huge! Mayuri started to take deep breaths.
今日はクリスマスイブなのです。 どこもリア充さんでいっぱいだけど、今年はマユシーたちもパーティーをしてリア充さんになろ
う。My Yuri saying normies is so funny.
いや、それリア充の意味が違うと思うな、マユシー。
Fubuki whispered, a little sad.
ふぶきちゃん、何人もの後輩ちゃんからクリスマスデートに誘われたのよね。それはもう熱烈に。全員女の子の後輩だけどね。とにかくみんなが楽しんでくれればマユシーは嬉しいな。終わりです。
Mayuri gave a little bow and smiled to Suzuha. Suzuha answered with an expression that wasn't quite a smile.
それじゃあ乾杯するにゃ。マホにゃん、温度よろしくにゃ。
え？私？
せっかく来てくれたんやから自己紹介も兼ねてよろしくにゃ。
Man, Ferris is 2 for 2 for putting people on the spot. Maho stood up with a slight frown and thought for a moment before she opened her mouth.
今日は皆さんの集まりに招待してくれてありがとう。私とレスキネン教授はアメリカ在住なので、こうして日本でクリスマスを迎えるのは初めてです。こういう友人同士での賑やかなクリスマスもとてもいいものだと。
何か面白いこと言ってにゃ。
Wow! Ferris! Damn! Brutal!
はい。
面白いことにゃ。
Ferris, you're crazy. Uh-oh, she was totally losing it. She was worse than Mayuri had been a moment ago. It was hard to believe I'd seen her interpreting in front of that huge crowd at ATF. Was she bad at ad-libbing? Oh my god, Maho, you're the best character in the you're the best, you're just the best. Oh my god, that's going in the fucking list. Maho's desperate attempt at something interesting was cute, but honestly a little embarrassing. Felt like watching a small, adorable animal. Ferris and Mayuri were the only ones who seemed really impressed. Meanwhile, Maho wants to die inside.
ヒヤジョーさん、そろそろ乾杯を。
そうね、そうするわ。それじゃあ、乾杯！乾杯！
Everybody happily clinked their glasses together. Since I was the one who invited Maho to the party, I decided to cheer her up.
面白い乾杯の挨拶だったよ。
自己嫌悪だわ。
何を言うんだい？クールなキャットだったじゃないか。
Don't talk about cool cat. No, that's the last thing I want on my mind. Shut up, Leskinen. You don't know what you're referencing.
いつからメイクインで働いてくれるにゃ？
I can't hear the phrase cool cat anymore without just shriveling up on the insides.
そんなつもりはないから。
Ferris and Dr. Leskinen were both enjoying trying to make her feel better.
すずさん、乾杯だよ。すずさん、私も うん。
Suzuha still had a somber look on her face, but Mayuri, Yuki, and Daru forced her into a toast.
はい、すずさん。これ、マユシーが作ったんだよ。
Mayuri put a piece of quiche on a plate and gave it to Suzuha. When Suzuha took a bite, her expression began to shine.
おいしい。本当？うん。もっと食べて。どんどん食べて。そんな一度に食べられないよ。あ、そう？
Next, Mayuri offered the quiche to Maho and the professor.
マホさんとレスキネンさんもどうぞ。ありがとう。
おいしい。これはおいしいですね。
えへへ。じゃあこちらもどうぞ。エビグラタンとあとフライドチキンはエスニック風にしてみました。
That sounds so good. I want. You had me at shrimp and chicken, Yuki.
Excellent.
凝っているんです
Never gets
ね。
old. Yuki went around and offered everyone something to eat. She couldn't bring herself to offer any to Suzuha. You know, the girl who almost murdered her. It's, you know. Mayuri kept motioning for her to go over, but Yuki just kept fidgeting. Maybe she was thinking about it too much. But Suzuha kept devouring all the food that Mayuri and Yuki had prepared, and gushing over each dish. The two of them had been practicing their cooking for about a month here in the lab. I guess it paid off.
あ、ケーキもあるよ。楓さんがデコレーションしてくれたんだ。あんまり上手にできなかったけど許してね。楓さんって不吉祥さんだもんね。でもそんな楓さんが萌えだよ。ちっとも褒められてる気がしないわ。
Dude, if clumsiness equals cuteness, I am the cutest. I am maximum cute. Everyone laughed. Clumsiness doesn't equal cuteness. Cuteness equals justice, though. That's for sure. Then, after about an hour after we started eating, when she saw that everyone had eaten enough food, Ferris clapped her hands together loudly to draw everyone's attention.
さてさて皆さん、盛り上がってきたところでそろそろプレゼント交換をしたいと思うんだにゃ。
私たち間に合わせのものしか用意できなかったけど。
Maho and the professor had stopped at Donkey Zote? Oh, is that a This is supposed to be like Don Quixote or something like that? That's Donkey. That's funny. On their way from Wako City and spent just 10 minutes picking out presents.
大丈夫。それでバッチリだにゃ。
Oh, that took me a second.
私持ってきてない。
鈴葉の分は僕とマユシで準備してきたお。
マユシーが選びました。
そうなんだ。ごめん。
気にしなくていいのだぜ。いいのだぜ。
Mayuri mimicked Daru's words as she pulled out 2 small wrapped parcels from her bag and put them on the table. They both had the same wrapping as the one Daru was holding. They must have bought them at the same place. Mayuri had already explained to me Operation Number 2. She's still got to work on the operation names. Mayuri's plan for the evening was not only to make Suzuha smile, but to bring Yuki and Daru a little closer together.
プレゼント交換の方法なんだけど、いろいろ考えて結局くじ引きにしたにゃ。
I like Mayuri's fucking secret mastermind. Oh wait, actually, hold on. I already have Mayuri laughing. There we go. Mayuri, the ultimate mastermind. Paris gathered together everyone's presents and put little stickers with numbers on them. Then she lifted a bundle of disposable chopsticks above her head.
これはマユシーが今夜王様ゲームをやろうとして持ってきたものだにゃ。ああ、言わないでよメリスちゃん。
おいマユリ、王様ゲームっていうのは合コンの時とかにするもんだぞ。
分かってるよ。ちょっと勘違いしただけだもん。
女の子から命令されるのって僕は大好物だけどね。
橋田さん、本当に変態さんですね。
ということで、マユシーがちょっと勘違いしちゃったこの割り箸をくじ引き用に使わせてもらうにゃ。引いた番号のプレゼントをゲットできるのにゃ。
Ferris loudly shuffled all the chopsticks, then went around to everyone so they could draw one. She was also part of Mayuri's plan. In fact, Mayuri and Ferris were sending signals to each other with eye contact with their— I can read, I swear. In fact, Mayuri and Ferris were sending signals to each other with eye contact and with their fingers. While everyone was focusing on the chopsticks, they were busy relabeling Yuki and Daru's presents. They were so obvious about it that I started getting nervous that Yuki would find out.
聞いたかにゃ。それじゃあプレゼントを渡すにゃ。中身を見るのはみんなに行き渡ってからにゃぞ。ワクワクしますね。何が当たるかな。
Ferris and Mayuri passed out the presents according to the numbers that everyone drew. Once the presents were handed out, everyone started to take off the wrapping paper. Nai was the first to react as she gave out a very strange cry. Inside her box was a skull face.
あ、それかっこいいでしょ。ベルトのバックルだよ、ナイちゃん。学校につけていったらきっと人気者だと思うな。
I love that Luca just likes skulls. I love the whole detailing. His hairpin and the fucking... That's so great.
ありがとう。
Lukako, you terrified her. I was feeling bad for Nai, but when I took out my own present...
誰だこれは。
The box had a cute design, and inside it was what looked like a see-through white veil. The veil was decorated here and there with little pink ribbons. This can't be a...
ん？ああ、オカリンさんのところへ行ったか。そのままマユシーにプレゼントしてあげるといいよ。
そんなことできるか。
オカリンさんのためなら喜んで来てくれるって。
どうしてそういう話になるんだ。
なになに？マユシーがどうかしたの？
Nothing! Nothing at all! Absolutely nothing. Mayuri heard her own name and came over.
ん？それって何かな？ベビードールだよ、マユシ。しかも超可愛くてセクシーなやつ。
Not touching that
おかりさんのた
one.
めに着てあげなよ。
My lord. Okay, why are you like this?
そんなわけにはいかないだろ
それならオカリンさんが自分で着てもいいんですよ。
う。これは返す。いくらでも自分で楽しんでくれ。
pushed the baby doll lingerie back into Fubuki's hands.
じゃあこっちと交換します？
Fubuki handed me her present in exchange. I hope it's even worse. The wrapping and lid had already been removed. I took a quick look inside. Sexy pink shorts and a pink bra. Yep, they were see-through.
それ私が持ってきたプレゼントです。
Why? What is...
まゆりちゃんに着てもらえるなら嬉しいです。どうぞ。
What is wrong with you people?
君たちにはそういう発想しかないのか。
まゆしーはもうオカリンからプレゼントもらったからいいよ。
Oh my lord. Mayuri had drawn my present. Perhaps because we were childhood friends? By the way, I chose a huge chunk of chocolate in the shape of a gold bar. The kind of thing you find in a Don Quixote bargain bin. That's so funny.
オカリンさんさ、もうちょっとなんかなかったの？
うるさいな。パーティーではこういうのがウケるって雑誌に書いてあったんだ。
いや、これはないわ。うん。
ないわね。
Wow.
なんだって。
I don't know, man. Even a chance? The magazine said it was a sure thing.
まゆしーは嬉しいよ。だって金の延べ棒だよ。こんなの一生触れないよ。いい子だ、まゆしーは。本当にいい子ね。よしよし。
Fubuki and Kaede were patting Mayuri's head, half out of sympathy and half because she was cute. I would say it's probably more of a 20-80 split, but you know. Somehow, I ended up as the bad guy.
じゃあ次は私が開けてみますね。
The old Okabe would be more than happy to be labeled as the bad guy. That was kind of his thing. Miss that guy. Yuki started to open her present. She took out a cute wooden music box. When she opened the lid, there was a little tin figure that danced.
すごいかわいい。素敵ね。ロマンティックです。いいな。
The girls all seemed really impressed. But Lukako is a guy. It definitely looks like something a woman would enjoy receiving. With as many girls as there were coming to this party, it might have been the perfect choice. Wait, maybe I should have brought something like that. But then I realized that the idea had never even occurred to me.
これ一体誰からのものにゃ？
Ferris, you're making it too obvious.
あ、僕。
Taru reluctantly raised his hand.
うわー！あらまあ、なるおじさん、すごいね。ふーん、やるね、兄さん。
Everyone except Mayuri and Ferris, who knew about it in advance, raised their voices in surprise.
これ、橋田さんなんですね。
どうかな。まゆしからアドバイスしてもらって選んだだけなんだけどさ。
素敵。ありがとうございます。大切にしますね。
Yuki held the music box close to her chest. She seemed really happy.
あ、
And then her expression turned confused as she looked down into the box. Then she started to fidget.
ごめんなさい。私ちょっと。
She hurried off toward the washroom, still holding the box. She must have seen the trick. According to what Mayuri had told me earlier, there was a fake letter from Daru himself taped to the bottom of the box. It was something like a love letter, along with an invitation to a movie date. I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of fucked up. In good intentions, but also, like, kind of fucked up? I wondered how she was reacting. Meanwhile, Daru had also opened his own present, and he looked a little bothered. He'd been given Ferris's present. Until he'd opened it, he looked really happy, but now he'd gone completely silent. According to Mayuri, he was going to get a pair of movie tickets. And even though it was a present from Ferris, the tickets came with instructions to use them for a date with Yuki. Ferris responded to Daru's questioning gaze with a wink. "Good luck, nya," she seemed to be saying. For her part, Ferris received some kind of strange doll that Maho had bought at the Don Quixote. Lukako's present was a miniature remote-controlled helicopter that Dr. Leskinen purchased. Damn, Leskinen! Captain Fat Stacks over here. That sounds like an expensive thing. Dr. Leskinen got a set of 12 cute little crayons from Nai. That's wonderful. Suzuha's present was a pair of handmade gloves. Yuki had evidently made them herself. She put them on, looking happy, but maybe a little lonely, and smiled.
Suzuha, yokatta jan.
っていうか、兄さんは何が当たったの？
これ。
Daru realized he'd been set up, and he was clearly avoiding looking at her. Suzuha seemed to understand, and patted him on the back with a gentle expression on her face. Never thought I'd see the day where Daru gets a present from Ferris, of all people, and is disappointed with it. I mean, not disappointed, but, like, conflicted about it. Like, in any other context, him, like, receiving a present from Ferris would be... he would be exploding.
いいんじゃない？行ってきなよ。
なんだお鈴浜で。
だって二人を見てるとじれったいからさ。
けどリアルでデートなんかしたことないし。
母さんもそうらしいよ。
え、そうなん？うん。そっか。
Yuki came back from the bathroom. She seemed to be having trouble walking straight. She sat back in her seat, but began to nervously nibble on snacks at the table. And once in a while, she would take a look at Daru. For now, the movie ticket plan seemed to be going well. Staring too much could tip her off. I should probably pretend I don't know anything.
マユシーが用意したオルゴールは真帆さんに言ったんだね。
Mayuri raised her voice when she saw the music box in Maho's hands. It was shaped like a deformed bear, and when you wound it up, its hands and legs would jerk back and forth as it played a tune. It was a very different design than the one Yuki had received.
いいのかしら。こんな素敵なものをいただいてしまって。いいん
ですよ。どうぞどうぞ。どんな音？聞きたい。そうですね。僕も聞いてみたいです。
Maho started to wind it up. As she wound it, Kaede turned off the music in the background.
じゃあ。
No! This melody will always fucking set me off. It has become a trigger of sorts. Maho took her hand off the winding key, and the mechanical yet gentle sound that was unique to music boxes began to play. The lively atmosphere of the lab was replaced with the feeling of calmness and peace. We listened quietly to the sound of the music box.
まゆしいね。この曲大好きなんだ。
Fuck you, game. I too love this song.
僕もです。ポカポカした気持ちになるね。
そうね。
あ、そうか。この曲だ。
Oh, it started over. Suzuha stood up, as if she suddenly remembered something.
ゆきさん、ほら、覚えてない？はい？
Yuki was spacing out so hard that she started to panic when Suzuha spoke to her.
私が寝込んでた時、ゆきさんがここで歌ってたよね。ああ、そういえば。うん、確かにこの曲だよ。
Suzuha seemed to be remembering something as her eyes narrowed.
ねえ、まゆ姉さん、これ、なんていう曲？これは。
Mayuri was about to speak, and then... Out of nowhere, the world twisted. I moaned in pain as an incredible sense of wrongness flooded through me. The whole lab seemed to twist and fade, and the happy party I had been experiencing warped and waved like a mirage. It couldn't be. No. Somewhere far away, I heard something that sounded like a violent crash. I was just barely able to move my eyes in the direction it came from, and I saw Fubuki falling to the floor as she knocked over a table. Kaede and Ferris ran over to her, calling her name, but it all looked so blurred, like I was watching a movie underwater, and everything was moving so slow. Their voices were getting further and further away. No matter how much I stretched out my hand, it reached no one and touched nothing. It was a terrible feeling, as if time and space were being torn apart, and even matter itself was losing its subjectivity. This feeling, even if I didn't want to remember it, I knew what this awful feeling was. I knew it far better than I had ever wanted. This was reading Steiner. Fuck. Oh shit. The end of the chapter. We've reached a new chapter. Do I call it? Maybe I should call it. It always feels right to like call it at the end of chapters, but like it has been 2 hours. Yeah, I guess 2 hours is a decent amount. Alright, I'll call it here. Chapter, they're not numbered. They're just chapter name. Pandora's Box. You know, that thing. This is the part where I don't know what to say, but bye.